Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. A couple of issues that we want to address. First of all, on coronavirus. Every day we're learning more about the threat that this virus poses. It's very important for everyone to understand that we are united. This is not a partisan issue. We believe, the House Republicans certainly, that we have a duty to make sure that the nation is prepared. Our nation has more resources than any other nation in the world to be able to address whatever threat coronavirus poses, but it's going to require bipartisan action. This is not a time for partisanship. Pathogens do not respect party lines, and it's very important for all of us to come together and to work together to make sure that we're prepared. I think we have a duty to do that. It's a patriotic duty. We do have the very best infrastructure in the nation. We have in the world. We have the very best ability to innovate, the very best ability to develop whatever responses are necessary, but it's got to happen on a bipartisan basis. And I think it's absolutely clear as House Republicans that we are going to be prepared to stand behind and support whatever resources are necessary for this, to work closely with the president, to work across the aisle with our Democratic colleagues, and we would urge our Democratic colleagues to do the same. As we all are focused on coronavirus and on the threat that that's posing, we also are obviously watching what's happening in the presidential race, and just had a debate last night. And in particular, as we watch Senator Sanders continue to be in the lead on the Democratic side, we think it's very important to remind people at all times what Senator Sanders stands for, how radical his views are, the extent to which he embraces socialism, and what the facts and the reality of socialism really are. Socialism extinguishes freedom. There's simply no question about that. The stories that you're hearing from Senator Sanders about somehow socialism providing power to the people are absolutely wrong, absolutely untrue, and history absolutely demonstrates the devastation of socialism across the world. There's nobody who understands this more than people whose families came to the United States from Cuba in particular. And in contrast to Senator Sanders, who seems to be a real fan of Fidel Castro, we're very pleased to have with us today Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, who's going to talk a little bit about the reality of what life was like in Cuba, continues to be like today, and the reality compared to what Senator Sanders has been saying about socialism.